I see a yellow duck looking at me. Yellow duck, what do you see? I see a blue horse looking at me. Can you say blue? Can you say?
We experience our life as being like a consistent person across it because we share memories with ourselves, across the arc of our lives. But boy, I'm a radically different person today than I was, say, 15 years ago in a lot of ways. And the person I was 15 years ago was very different than the person 15 years before that. And so I'm always fascinated looking at snapshots of kind of my internal landscape in the past, because it reminds me it's really important to remain open to the person I am becoming and how different I might be 15 years from now.
Claire!
Yeah.
Take a picture. She wants.
Claire, no! Claire, no!
No, I didn't. Stop
That's
filming
not correct.
You don't understand the universality of all being. You will define yourself by differentiation.
You can't at me, bitch! You know me, bitch!
Wow.
Alright. Oh, you just dropped.
I don't know how else you can do it. I think this is one reason why we all hold on to our belief system. It does give a coherence and a radical unity to creation that I say every philosopher in one way or another was trying to resolve. How can there be unity when what we look at with our eyes is obviously diversity? And most people get lost in the diversity. In fact, almost everybody, except mystics and poets and some musicians.
Hey, Claire, you gotta talk. What are you doing? Goody. What color?
Orange.
Okay.
Get loud, Claire. Can you go?
She is so funny.
Can you go? Get your hand out of your mouth and talk. Yes.
City of Fort Wayne, Office of the Mayor Proclamation. Whereas Stephen Pittenger has been employed with the City of Fort Wayne since July 1991. So that's what, 7 and...
I'm not good with numbers.
And has been Director of Internal Audit since August 1993. Whereas Stephen always wants to, quote, make things more effective and efficient, close quote. But all these
2001 at the canteen at the beach.
All we get are crackers and water.
Crackers and water. That's all we get.
We're in jail.
Other people are eating up at the Disney Resort. $5 hamburgers,
$5 hot dog.
$5 hot dogs. But we get cheese nips from Walmart
$5.50 cheeseburgers.
and some water.
Good cheese.
Tap water to boot.
Yep.
Is that good, Claire? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I think the human mind does begin with dualistic quid pro quo, good guys, bad guys. Look at young boys' attraction to sports. And to business. Those are the explainers of meaning left in Western society.
Yep.
Business and sports. Because they clearly operate on the win-lose paradigm, you see, which created capitalism. People can't even imagine. You know, when I write my daily meditations, I get more pushback if I criticize capitalism, even than white privilege and nationalism. Oh my God, the hate letters come in. And I said, how can you have read me this long and still be so hateful toward, or so protective of capitalism? As if this fell from heaven in a glad bag.
And so are everybody else.
You've worked with some incredibly talented, powerful females, from Taylor Swift.
I do think that working with her and experiencing the way that people digest her has given me a lot of insight to what the differences of being a woman or a man in music. Like, and I have just so many interviews where like people are, is she really as good a writer as everyone says? And I'm like, yeah. You can really see how the world sees women artists by the questions you get asked in the press, more than anything.
What are you doing? Oh. Well, I want you to cheer. Do your jumps and your cheer.
And very often it's like, it can be something offensive that like 2 days later you're like, oh, that was actually kind of fucked up.
Bet you wanna let my heart out. Bet you wanna skip my calls now. Well, guess what? I'd like that.
I'm trying to take more videos.
So much of the hardship in life is thinking you're alone in the feeling. If you wake up in the morning with a weight that you can't describe, and nothing's technically wrong in your life, and you don't know what it is, no one sees that at the supermarket. You're alone on earth. Until you talk about it with someone and find out you're actually not.
There's a reason I wake up alone in strange places. A reason to see myself in a million faces. A reason I can't stop it all from changing. It's come on, motherfucker, you survived, go give yourself a break! Yeah. Well, there's nothing I wouldn't do to settle up with heaven. It's a debt I gotta settle in heaven. So take my clothes, I'm begging anybody.
My heart is on my sleeve, my head is in the sand. I said, how did we end up here? You said happenstance, and I didn't understand. So I made other plans, and I ran to the ocean, washed the blood off of my hands. I washed away my tears, washed away 10 years, washed away the empty space in between my ears. And you said, all that I mean is that you and me didn't meet because of fate, but rather probability. You said the truth's like corn and lies are like weeds. You said the Schrodinger equation collapsed perfectly. And I said, mercy me, be patient please, cause I don't know a goddamn thing about the birds and the bees. I just know what I'm like, and I'm like what I see, even though it's hard to see because you just blinded me. And if there's one thing I learned in chemistry, it's that the gain of electrons is reduction, obviously. But you can't see electrons without machines, and you can't tell from my inflection if I'm being mean. And I don't know if I can take you seriously. Sometimes elections depend on the absentees, and my family and my friends and all the little kids that love me make me strong. And no matter how this ends, I know I'll never ever ever be alone. Someday I'll be an old lady with a big dress and an apron, a babushka and bare feet. I'll be out in my garden on my hands and knees, and I'll be singing a song that is really sad and sweet. cold, wet dirt.